Hey, welcome back to Turbo Talk. I'm Turbo. This is episode 1 of Trilife's Necessities. I don't know if you remember in my introduction, but I told you that where there's no water, there is no life. And so, therefore, water is my number one essential element. I'm going to save that factor to the very end of this series. I'm going to go ahead and switch off to the one that's going to be the hardest to get off the grid. And that's going to be my number one or my primary source of energy that I use daily. And that is electricity. Now, electricity is going to be I heat with electricity. I cool my house with electricity. I refrigerate with electricity. I dry my clothes. I have lights. I have air movement in all my fans. I have water movement in all my pumps. Yes, I use a lot of electricity. My electric bill on the average for a whole year is approximately $250 a month. And so and there's a formula to go through each and every appliance, and I plan on sharing a lot of this along the way as I go through my electricity portion of this series. And I'd like to go ahead and talk to you about my heating and my radiator heaters. I started out, almost 16 years ago, probably 16 years ago. I heated 2 rooms in this house. I heated only 2 rooms. It was me alone. I heated the room that I slept in, and I heated the bathroom. And those 2 rooms, I don't heat the room I sleep in anymore. With the electric heater, I moved it out into another portion of the house, which is the blue room. But nonetheless, I switched from only heating the 2 rooms where I slept and where my bathroom was, or is, to 8 of these electric heaters. And then eventually I'm cut back down because I added gas heat and I supplemented with wood heat. I'm using less and less. So primarily I have 4 of these heaters burning right now. I have primarily all winter long I only use 2. And so, but the temperatures got really, really cold last week, and 1 is going to be shut off today, so I'll be back down to 3. But they're set at low settings, all of them but 1 at the moment. And that's because I had frozen water lines, and I was wanting to make sure that I warmed up some areas that needed to be warmed up. The temperature's rising greatly today. We're moving into some really nice weather, all that good stuff. But that one will be shut off later today, down in the basement. You just got to understand that my house, under the shingled roof portion of my house, is only 900 square feet. The majority of my house, which is approximately 3,000 square feet right now, is that extra 2,000 square feet is all considered outside. But the good news is that there is a plastic membrane over every bit of it, and or other membranes that are keeping things dry, outside of a few leaks that I still have to make do because I'm still collecting water. And again, that one there is going to be my last of the series. But when you try to collect water, it's going to be it's not as easy as one thinks. Nonetheless, we're going to talk about the heating sources. Like I said, there's 8 of them here still, and I didn't have to run but only 4 this year, and primarily 2. And I'm going to show you the 2 that actually run since when through the winter months. All right, let me turn the thing around, and I'd like to share with you my little space heater, which I love. There it is. Little heater. It's got 600 watts, 900 watts, and 1500 watts on the setting. I believe that there's, this one's got a few more on it. So there looks like there's 4 settings. But primarily, these heaters are 3 settings, 600, 900, and 1500. So I did the math and did the formula. During 11 cents per kilowatt hours in the wintertime, here in Indiana, which changes to 12 kilowatt hours in the summertime. Anyway, nonetheless, at 11 cents a kilowatt hours, this little heater here, let me just move around a little bit and so you can see more of it. This little heater will cost $45 a month at 600 watts if you ran it every single day for the month. And if you ran it at the high setting of 1500 watts, it will cost you $120 a month. That is at 11 cents per kilowatt hours. These little heaters are awesome. They're so portable. They're not as cheap as something that was more permanent, such as maybe a PEX unit or maybe a mini split, or maybe even baseboard heat. I'm not really sure. I've never done a comparison. The thing with it is that I can move this wherever I want the heat and whichever room I want it. So simple, because it just plugs in to the outlet there. Just take a look at my little turd. There he is. And my badge. Yep, there he is. And my girl was here just a minute ago. I'm not sure where she got to. But anyway, Kenzie's gone. So let me take you on into the bathroom and show you the one in the bathroom. And those are the 2 heaters that run 24/7, usually on the low setting, so it's $90 a month of my $250 average. My electric bill in the winter time is cheaper than it is in the summertime. And that's because I do not have near the air movement. And, of course, like I said, hope I get this turned around this time. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to figure out this technical stuff. Nonetheless, what I was trying to say is that the summertime I run closer to $300 a month on electricity, and during the wintertime I run closer to $200 a month. So it averages out about $250 a month. Now, there again, that's not just my heating. That's my lights. I have tons of pumps. We're going to talk about that. I have, 5 fish tanks that are pumping. I have a pond that has 3 fountains in it. And eventually I'm going to be recycling water. So the electricity is not so bad. However, once I'm off the grid, it's going to be perfect. But I just kind of wanted to show you my electricity series. I wanted to kick things off. The weather's gotten so bad this week that I haven't been able to do too much. And so that's it. I wanted to share this. I wanted to get this kicked off. This is my first video of the Trilife Necessity series. And we're going to start with electricity. And there will be more to follow. Keep in tune, stay tuned, and like, subscribe, make some comments. All right? A lot of you are letting me know in person, but maybe everybody else would like to see what you're having to say. Nonetheless, always be your best. Goodbye.